Did you know that 9 people die every day in the United States due to texting while driving? My purpose today is to persuade you to support a nationwide ban on texting while driving. As a sister to a sibling who was involved in a head-on collision due to texting while driving, I support this ban and I've conducted much research on this topic. Some of you may be against a ban on texting while driving, and I understand your position. I too was against a ban until distracted driving impacted me personally. I believe that after hearing what I have to say today about this topic, you too will agree that something must be done about this situation. With this in mind, I will begin by discussing the problem, then examine some of the causes, and conclude by offering a solution. With our roadmap in place, let's begin with the problem. The problem is that many American cell phone owners do not support a nationwide ban on texting and driving. For example, according to an article written by Lynn Taw of the Des Moines Register, a survey was conducted in 2007 that showed that 35% of American respondents opposed a ban. This shows that not all Americans are on board. Another example, according to the article U.S. State and Federal Laws Targeting Distracted Driving, written in 2014 by Catherine Chase, also showed that there was not 100% support of a ban. A survey was conducted by the AAA Foundation of drivers between 2012 and 2014 that showed 81% of them supported a ban. This means that 19% opposed a ban. With the problem covered, let's move on to some examples of the causes. There's two main reasons why American cell phone owners did not support a ban. The first reason is the belief that a ban will infringe on their personal freedoms. According to an article titled Lawmakers' Pleas for Texting Ban is Personal, written in 2017 by Noah Pransky, an investigative reporter for 10 News in Tampa Bay, Florida, it was found that Americans feel that a ban will infringe on their personal freedoms. Representative Richard Stark of the Florida House states that there will be a fight with leadership on how much of a role government should play in their people's daily lives. In other words, a ban on texting and driving can violate people's personal freedoms to text. However, there are rules and laws that must be followed. We can't argue that it's our personal freedom to drink and drive, so the law must be abolished. According to an article titled Drunk Driving versus Distracted Driving, which is more dangerous, written in 2017 by drivinglaws.org, it was found that drunk driving caused more than 10,000 deaths and 290,000 injuries in 2015. Texting while driving deaths came in over 3,400 deaths, as well as 390,000 injuries in 2015. Our reaction time is decreased whenever we're texting and driving more than when we're drinking and driving. According to this chart, our reaction time is typically anywhere from 1 second when we're undistracted. When we're drinking and driving, our reaction time is decreased by 13%, and whenever we're texting and driving, our reaction time is decreased by 37%. It's not our personal freedom to drink and drive, therefore it should not be our personal freedom to text while driving. The second reason people oppose a ban is because of the addiction to texting. According to an article written by Times Magazine in 2014 by Justin Worland, there were 1,000 people surveyed, and 98% said that texting and driving is dangerous. However, 75% do it anyways. According to David Greenfield, a Connecticut medical professor, whenever we receive a text message buzz, the appeal to text message is similar to playing slot machines. When we receive this buzz, our brain releases dopamine, which causes excitement. When we receive this text message from somebody that's appealing to us, our brain releases more dopamine. In other words, text messaging is an addiction. As with most addictions, people don't realize that they have a problem and do little to stop their behavior. However, There's now help with your addiction. According to the article, Apps to Fight Distracted Driving, published by DMV.org in 2018, there are now multiple apps to disable texts and notifications when you're driving. One app in particular, Lifesaver, disables all notifications when you're driving over 5 miles per hour. There's also a portal that allows parents to monitor their children's behavior when they're driving, and this allows them to give rewards to their children. In other words, adding incentives and directly blocking notifications when driving can help curb our addiction to texting. Now that we have learned the causes to the problem, let's move on to the solution. The solution, which is to ban texting while driving, offers two main benefits. The first benefit is a decrease in the number of traffic fatalities. According to a study conducted by California Safe Transportation Research and Education Center at UC Berkeley, in 2013, the number of traffic deaths before and after a ban was set in place in 2008, it was found that vehicle fatalities decreased by 22% after a ban, while deaths caused by drivers texting dropped an impressive 47%. With this data, there's no disputing that a ban will save lives on the roadways. The second benefit is to increase revenue for the state. There was an article published in 2018 by Steve Hughes, a cop reporter for Times-Union newspaper in New York State. And it was found that tickets rose more than 200% from 2012 to 2016 based off of research for Albany's Institute on Traffic Safety Management. New York State collected more than $20 million from 2012 to 2016. This money will go directly back into their economy. This allows funding for education and training to combat distracted driving, making our roadways safer. In conclusion, not banning texting while driving is killing countless American people on our roadways. Let's review what we've learned today. First, we learned that Americans don't want a ban, as evidenced by polls conducted in Iowa and by the AAA Foundation that showed that there was not 100% support for a ban. Next, we learned the two reasons why Americans do not support a ban is because of the belief that their personal freedoms will be infringed upon, as well as their addiction to text messaging. People don't want the government playing that big of a role in their daily lives, as well as people with addictions don't believe that they have a problem. But their beliefs have counterpoints to include rules and laws that must be followed. We can't drink and drive because it's against the law. There's also apps for cell phones that curb our addictions by quieting notifications when we're driving. Finally, we learned the solution, which is to ban texting while driving, offers two important benefits to include a significant decrease in the amount of traffic fatalities, as shown by the study in California that showed a significant 47% drop in texting fatalities after a ban was set in place. We also learned that a ban will generate revenue for the state, which allows funding for education and training to combat distracted driving. After hearing the problem, causes, and solution to the debate on a nationwide ban on texting and driving, you too should agree that something should be done about this situation. 9 people dying every year in the United States due to texting while driving is astounding. Please get out and vote to ban texting while driving before you too are directly impacted by losing someone in your life due to this issue.